who are toppers in the recently conducted AIIMS November 2019 exams. Please introduce yourself.
So, my name is Mayank Bhutada. I have secured All India rank 37 in this AIIMS November 2019 PG entrance, and I have done my undergraduation from AIIMS New Delhi itself.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am Hitesh Goel, undergraduate of AIIMS only, in Delhi only, and I secured rank 58 in recent AIIMS.
So, how does it feel to get such amazing ranks? A huge crowd of people have written this exam. How does it feel?
Sir, it feels great. It feels awesome.
Okay. So, before we start, anybody you'd like to thank?
Actually, thank करने के लिए there are so many people, but some people
Family.
some people
Starting
directly
from the family, then brothers and sisters,
directly
then faculty
involved in
from AIIMS, then all other teachers who have guided us, including you.
So, when did you start your preparation? Basically, I think the people who want to see this kind of interviews, what they want to know is how they should face their preparation and how they should prepare so that they are able to achieve your kind of results. So, any input from your side? When did you start your preparation?
Sir, in absolute terms, for PG, everybody starts after final professional exams only, but that is not exactly true.
Okay.
The concepts which you learn during your first professional exam, second and final, will also, you will need to get them. Practical questions
So,
are
you
there.
feel the UG preparation also does matter?
Yeah.
There were
it
many
does matter.
questions which I didn't read the whole year,
Okay.
but some where I read during my MBBS.
Okay.
So because of that, I was able to crack those questions.
Great. How important do you think internship is in giving these kind of exams?
Earlier it was not earlier there used to be more theoretical question, but gradually what AIIMS has done is they shifted to more practical. सबने exam दिया and they would have find the practical questions. Number of practical questions
Are increasing.
increased.
This time especially the LMS
Videos,
test, ABG
yes,
sampling,
rules
etc.
tests.
Those you will not find anywhere in theory.
So,
See,
unless
those
you are
things
doing internship sincerely,
are only there in the
One interesting question was sequence of hand washing.
Okay.
Everyone feels that they know hand washing, but the exact sequence which WHO has prescribed, we have to arrange them in
sequential order.
Sequential order, but एक भी गलत हो, it is -1.
-1. Right. Sequential questions are 100% negative.
Unless you are 100%
So
sure.
I think this is a very good take-home message by our friends here. What they are trying to suggest is doing internship is very important. Having presence of mind when you're doing internship, noticing things, following proper protocols, reading about what you're doing during internship. The practical approaches is also very, very relevant for the coming, for these kind of AIIMS exams. So what else do you think helped you in your results? I mean, in this.
In Central Institute exams, they have a pattern. Like they ask more image-based questions, concept-based questions, practical-based questions, and previous years also give you a lot of idea in these type of exams on how are they going to ask the questions. So it is important to do the previous years.
So how many
have a
years
look at it.
question paper would you recommend people should do?
I would say not more than 3. Because
Okay.
right now the paper pattern of AIIMS has also changed.
So
And
3-year
also
papers, previous year
3
papers.
years is
not-
ideal.
3 is
Okay.
ideal must. I feel कि 4 भी चलेगा, but 3 is must.
Not 10.
Okay,
not
so 3 year मतलब वही हो गया ना 6 पेपर.
Yeah,
Or
6 or
year.
6.
Great.
5 to 6 papers.
So doing previous year papers. What else you thought? So when did you join our institute and how did you find the classes over there?
So we joined the test and discussion batch just after professional exam starting from January.
Okay.
So in TND the advantage is that all the recent updates will be provided, and that is also essential. All the important questions will get covered.
One of the important points of TND is doing things in the time. There is TND coming, finish your syllabus before this. This is the most important advantage of joining a TND.
So you get to finish your subjects along with the TND classes.
Because with busy internships, you won't get time to attend regular batch and all. Test and discussions is supposed to be ideal with internship.
So finally, how do you approach the questions on the day of the exam? Like 200 questions, 150 was single best response. So how many do you think is an ideal attempt? How many were you able to attempt this year?
So I left 9 single choice questions.
Okay, so you attempted 141.
Yeah,
Out of the
and
150.
out of the rest special, so I might have left around 10 or 12 true or false and match the columns individually.
Okay,
So
and
2 or 3 questions.
yeah.
Actually, ideally, one should always try to give as many grand tests as possible. I just gave one grand test before this AIIMS exam completely, so that should not be the way. So I didn't have enough experience with solving the paper, so I was slow and I was not able to review 10 of the questions which I have marked for review.
Okay.
So I left 11 or 12 of single choice questions and 2 sequences. Some of true false, like I guess 3 true false and that one.
Okay. So in the new pattern questions, what questions you thought were difficult this year? True false you thought were most difficult. Okay. Great.
But
So
not the whole question. Like
yeah,
in every
some
question,
choices-
2 options were difficult, 3 were
You
easy.
know the
So
correct answer. Otherwise,
Okay. So you thought this time the true false choices were a little tricky.
some choices were tricky.
Okay.
that
Each
pattern is
question.
tricky because sequence you can make out, match the following you can
Many
make
of them
out,
were
assertion
logical.
reason is also you can make out.
Yes. Great. So basically the elimination power in the other choices gives you an advantage.
Yeah.
Whereas true false you have to know the statements. So what subjects you thought were most relevant for this exam? Final year subjects, is it first year, second year subjects, small subjects? What you
There
thought?
were many questions on orthopedics,
Okay.
PSM, etc.
Okay.
In PSM, I don't know, this year they decided to skip the biostats
Stats
part,
was not asked. Okay.
which everybody of us reads the most.
That is where like my PSN prof knowledge, I utilized my prof knowledge.
Okay.
I didn't focus on that part of PSN during my preparation, which is conventionally they ask
They asked. This year the pattern changed a bit.
in
Yes.
PSN.
True.
I feel there were many pharmacology special drugs questions were also more.
Okay.
Like new drugs were there, but we could make out them because of their suffix.
Endings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pride,
Okay.
Zolate.
So the general approach, rather than just memory based, the general idea, the suffixes, what root value is going with what class of drugs. So those things also are very important to give you a concept of how to approach these questions. Yeah. Great. So what teachers over here motivated you or helped you in your preparation?
So first of all, we attended your classes. Your medicine classes are no doubt the most
Incredible.
conceptual and help to. Almost I got all the ECG questions.
Pathology, physiology, starting with physiology, we got some of pathology, the medicine. It is not one subject. It is general.
Medicine covers many things. Any what other faculties?
So I especially liked Ashwini Kumar's anatomy notes.
Okay.
They are wonderful.
Okay.
Then Pharma T&D was also good, although I was not able to revise because there was some kind of constraint in my time constraint during my preparation. It was very good.
In Vibe also there were many great images, Ophtha, surgery, etc.
Microbiology T&D was also good.
Jay said taught us trauma really updated and very well.
Okay. Right. So, if you want to give 3 important tips to your juniors, what they must and should do before going for the AIIMS exam, what would those 3 important points be?
So, always prepare for the last 1 month of the preparation. During the whole year, prepare for the last 1 month.
So, make your notes in such a way you can revise the last one.
Last 1 month
Right.
is very crucial.
Right.
पूरे साल prepare for that 1 month. What you have to do in that last 1 month.
Great.
Push yourself in that last 1 month. जितना push कर सकते हो.
So if you are starting after the final professional exam, it is essential to trust one set of notes.
Okay.
Because today there are 100 sources
the
available.
problem nowadays is
And
too many
it is
resources.
difficult to trust actually.
Okay.
So develop trust, and the updates might be missing, and that you should not worry about because test and discussion anyways covers all the updates, and vibe sessions covers all the image based.
Okay.
So just trust your notes, trust your concepts.
Content is one thing, but attitude is one thing. Attitude drives that content. Develop the attitude from the beginning, because I feel I developed that attitude very late during my preparation. Have that attitude right from the beginning. That have that force, I have to crack this.
The passion behind, the driving force.
Driving force, develop that from the beginning. It will drive your preparation.
Everybody will have a different way of preparation. For example, after my final professional exams, I started that method like with medicine, I read physiology, etc. With surgery, orthopedics, I simultaneously read anatomy.
Similar
exactly
subjects
that
together.
chapter, but very time consuming approach.
Okay.
So ideally should start after second professional itself.
Okay.
Not recommended within 3 or 4 months of the exam.
Okay. So I think it's a very good overview both of you have given. Any final words of advice for your juniors?
Just believe you can do it, even in internship, because half of you are thinking that we are busy in internship, we will see it later. That should not happen. Everybody has some amount of free time. Use it for quality purposes. Attend tests and discussions. Revise your notes, whichever you trust.
Stay focused. जो भी टाइम मिले अगर अंदर ड्राइविंग कोर्स होगा ना, the empty time you will only do the study part, not do something else.
So your passion is the driving force ultimately. So huge congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Our best wishes to both of you, and I hope you continue to be successful in your future also. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.